Welcome to thetechsource.tv. My name is Dan, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Colossus Venom Edition. Now, this is from Bitfenix, and thank you to Bitfenix for sending us this case. Every time I think about Colossus and the Venom Edition, Colossus, I think, the Colossus from StarCraft 2, and the Venom Edition, for some reason, I think Hennessy Viper Venom. Don't know why, but this case is pretty mad. Alright, so as I said, here we go. We got the Mad Colossus case. This is the Venom Edition, so it's a little different from the normal Colossus. Now, there's three flavors of the Colossus. Today we have the Venom, as I've already mentioned. But you can get a regular Colossus, which no side panel, and it comes in multiple colors. And also the LEDs go blue and red. Then you can get the Colossus with the side panel, and again, the LEDs switch colors. Now, this is the Venom Edition. There's no window. And also, the LEDs go green and red. So you got NVIDIA and ATI. So depending on what team you're on, red team FTW, then this case is perfect for you. So we're going to open it up. As you can see, this case has taken a beating in shipping. I just want to do a quick overview. There's huge bumps in the sides of the case. This is actually the nice side. I'm going to flip it around. And as you can see, the back has taken a huge hit here. This is going to be a real test in seeing how well Bitfenix's packaging really is. The bottom of the case, the tape is actually almost broken. Just a quick note, this case has been across the U.S., all the way from the southern U.S. In California, and it went all the way to now Ontario, and we're just north of Toronto, and via FedEx. So it's taking quite a beating. So if I just want to show you here, right here, you can see the box and the tape is already broken. So I guess we can just break it some more, because now we're actually going to open it. So let's see how good this case really is, and the packaging. Oh, nice. So right here I got a plus. Bitfenix used the actually good foam. So I'll show you that in a second. Let's just get this thing out of its case. And the handles are pretty much just like ripped right off. I'm surprised this case has survived, but I think it's okay. Get rid of the box, and first thing I find is some documentation. So we have the Colossus Quick Start Guide. It looks like it's black and white. It looks pretty neat. So you guys you can check that out when you get your own Colossus case. We have box content in here, so we make sure we have everything correct. It looks like we even have a LED and fan control station on the back here, and this documentation does open up fully. Nothing on the reverse side. So here's the case. As I was saying, it was packaged with really good foam. This foam takes a beating and it doesn't break apart. It just goes back to its normal size, so that's good. Bitfenix really thought this out and made sure if their cases did go through hell, like ours did, they will survive. So looks like, let's get it out of here, and I can show you the case. Initial impressions for weight of the case, decently heavy. Oh, the foam did break a little. Looks like the glue let go. So, understandable, but it looks like we got no damage of the case, so that's good. So, +1 to Bitfenix there for having amazing packaging and while protecting their cases. Come on. All right, here we go. Taking the plastic bag off. All right, so there you go. The Bitfenix Colossus Venom Edition. This thing looks like just mad. It looks insane. Love it. Ooh. Wow. This plastic is a soft touch plastic. If you've ever been in any Volkswagen or use a Lenovo laptop or any Audi or any higher end car other than like a Honda or a Pontiac or something like that in the past couple of years, for example, I drive a Jetta, and it has the same soft touch plastic all over the dash. It doesn't feel cheap. Now when you hit it, it still sounds like plastic, but it's very nice to touch. No case I have ever touched throughout the years has ever used this. This is a great finish. In my car, I've seen the finish kind of peel away over the time because it's on the armrest and your watch kind of hits it, but on a case, I don't think that's really going to happen. Now on the side panels, it's all steel, but on the tops, on the front, we got all that soft touch plastic, and man, does that stuff make this case feel high end. So let's see what we got up. Let's see in the front. Oh, front is held with magnets, and we have a nice door that hinges open. So what do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 expansion bays. A little too many that I like to see. I prefer just 2. You really don't need that many more DVD drive bays, but if you're putting in other expansion stuff, then yeah, go for it. We got the LED power, and we got some ventilation down here. Looks like we got some cable management here. Got a lock. Does this thing want to come off? It might be locked on. We've got some keys back here. So let's see if it was locked. All right, got the key. Stick her in. Oh, there it goes. It's opened up. So on the top of the case, you can see we have a reset, a power, a fan control switch. We have some light buttons. And even in here, we have eSATA, 2 USB 3.0 ports, 2 USB 2.0 ports, a headphone, a microphone, and it's all soft touch plastic inside, along with a whole bunch of cable management. And it's actually indented, this bay, so you can actually store stuff in here and then lock it. So like USB drives and things like that. It also comes with a nice set of keys, and it comes with a spare, which I like to see. On the front of the case, the styling I really like. I really like the Bitfenix logo all the way. The lights go around the case. It's going to look awesome when we actually do a full review for this case and boot it up and turn it on with the lights on. I think that's going to look awesome. This is probably one of the best looking cases I've seen that's windowless, more for a gamer oriented. Now, the last case, we reviewed was a little more stylish and a little more restrained, but it was nice. But this is more gamer oriented. So we got some thumb screws here, but I guess in the factory they're tightened on really tight. So I kind of have to take them off with a screwdriver. But that's not a problem because, when you put them back on, you're not going to tighten them down that far. So let's see how this opens. There we go. Looks like got a little bit of a dent here. That might have been from shipping. And our hinge is not opening. Let's see here. Oh, I just pull on it. I thought it was hinged. Never mind. Oh, and there's power. But I almost ripped it right off. Not used to that on cases. So it looks like this is all held in with screws, and there's all the LEDs behind there. So take a look at that later. Anyways, so let's move on to the inside of the case. So we got the power here for the side fan. We have all our internal bay connectors. So I like how they use black cables here. The only cables they didn't use were black. The only cables that are black are some of them, and some of them aren't. So there's a mixture. Some of the eSATA cables still red. So these are the internal connectors and accessories we have in there. We have a decent sized CPU cutout. We got some toolless drive bay add-ons there for your DVD drives. We have toolless drive bays for the hard drives. And they got the Bitfenix logo on everything, which is awesome. The drive bays, once there's a drive in, they'll hold in a bit better. This style, that's just the way they are normally. Personally, in my case, it's the same thing. So it looks like you can hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hard drives, which is great, because this is a full tower, so you can put a lot in here. Now for motherboards, we can put an ATX, micro ATX, mini ATX, flex ATX, and yeah, it looks like FL flex ATX. I'm guessing that's EATX. Never heard of that before, and but whatever. So we're going to go over the fans that come with this case. Now it comes with a top exhaust 200mm fan. We got a front intake 200mm fan. Now there is no rear fan, but it looks like we can install a 120 and 140mm fan in the rear. We also have room in the back of the case for 4 grommeted water cooling tubes to go through, which is great. So you can have tubes going in and out for your case. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 expansion bays, so that's good for those extra long ATX motherboards. We have the place where your standard power supply would get installed, your standard out shield plate would get installed. And again, let's move around to the back. Let's see how much CPU, how much room there is behind the motherboard tray for cables. So far, just from feeling the case, the build quality feels pretty good. They don't have a grab spot for this. I'm kind of scared of breaking the LEDs on here. That's really stiff. Okay, so with a bit of muscle, I got the side panel off. It's really stiff. A little too stiff for my liking, and man, these side panels weigh a ton just because of the LEDs and all that. So let's move on. Behind the side panel, it looks like we have good amount of room here now. I can easily put my whole hand back here. There's lots of room. That's good for cable management. As you can see, we have lots of rubber grommets, but the problem is, so far I can tell right now, it might not accept some power supply cables. It might be a bit thick. These are about the same depth of an NZXT Phantom. Same rubber grommets. They look almost identical. Now the bottom one's a proper size. The rest of them are these little bit thinner holes. I guess if you use the Bitfenix cable extensions, you wouldn't have a problem fitting them through here, but I would like to see these a little bit wider because I can barely fit my index finger through. CPU cutout looks a decent size. Looks like you can fit a lot in. Lots of places to actually cable down stuff and anchor them, which is great. We got a hole here for some more cables to route through. Looks like the motherboard tray is riveted in throughout. I bet if they wanted, they probably could make a removable motherboard tray on this board. Also, I didn't mention before, but all the expansion bays are toolless. Everything here is toolless. Don't know how to use it right now, but we'll show you that in the full review. I already mentioned these. These are fully toolless. This is all fully toolless. So lots of toolless stuff on this case. This top grill does not come off. There is a fan controller in here. It supports up to 4 fans, which is great. So you can hook up all the internal case fans. If you have a rad, I don't know if you can put a 2x120 rad in here. It looks like you probably could. Now let's see what the case actually comes with for accessories. Now this is just because this is only a quick look, we're not going to go too in depth into exactly what this case, fan sizes and things like that. That'll be mentioned in the full review. So we have a bag of all our screws. So before my camera rudely stopped filming on its own, for some reason it just does that. Can't film for more than 12 minutes. Don't know why. But anyways, let's continue on with the unboxing. And I'm going to let you know everything else it comes with. I was showing you all the accessories it comes with. So as I was mentioning, there was a there was a 5 1/4 to 3 1/2 inch drive bay adapter. We also, what are these? We also get these double-sided tape little ring adapters so you can stuff cables in and stick it on things if stuff's not in the right spot for you. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And we also get a PC speaker, which I like. A lot of new cases are starting to come with. Oh, and it comes on, all the beads are actually glued in as well as soldered, because I know these things break very easily. So a lot of screws, a lot of motherboard mounts. Comes with everything you really need to get your PC set up. Gives you a few. It gives you a few zip ties, not too many, but that's okay. You can always go out to your local hardware store and buy like a pack of 1,000 for like $5. So anyways, overall, our quick impressions of this case, very impressed. We're going to be doing a full review. Should be coming out within a week's time. And we're doing some other videos with this case, like, how am I going to hint at? How to build a PC. Can't really hint at that, but I can drop it completely. So we're going to be doing a how to build a PC. So that would be that. I know this has been quite a long video. There's a lot to this case. It's a very big case. It took a while to get it out of its box and get the side panels off because they were quite stiff. But overall, very impressed with this case right now. This is just a quick look. We're going to do a full build in this computer with a full-size ATX motherboard. See if we can probably do a crossfire setup, something like that. Put a 1,200 watt power supply. We're going to go all out on it. We're going to make something real nice. We're going to throw it in here. And we'll tell you guys how that is within a week's time.